Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Welcome to episode 4 of the 27 Club series. If you haven't watched the first 3 episodes, make sure you do so. I'm going to put a link here for the playlist. Today, it's all about Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison came from a military family and moved constantly in his childhood through high school. He was always an excellent student and he was very intelligent. He read books constantly of all genres with a focus on philosophy and poetry. He then completed his undergraduate degree at UCLA's film school. He chose not to get a job but to write poetry and song lyrics. He also started experimenting with drugs, especially LSD. Jim formed the Doors with several of his friends in the mid-60s. They became instantly popular after the song Light My Fire hit the charts. Ed Sullivan, the most famous host on television, invited the Doors to perform Light My Fire on his show. Ed Sullivan, though, insisted that the Doors change the lyrics of the song Girl, We Couldn't Get Much Higher to Girl, We Couldn't Get Much Better, due to drug reference that it had. After giving assurances, Morrison refused to change the lyrics and sang the original version. Sullivan was so angry he refused to shake their hands and canceled the Doors' next 6 planned shows. Jim Morrison became more unpredictable and fell heavily into drugs and alcohol. His erratic behavior came to a head at a show in Miami, where he did the show drunk and swore at the crowd and yelled, "Do you want to see my private?" He was arrested and charged with several counts of public indecency. Many of the Doors' concerts in the US were immediately canceled. He was convicted on all counts and was given 6 months in jail. He made bail and left Florida. Jim fell deeper into drug addiction and alcoholism. He decided to take time off and he moved to Paris in March 1971. In July 1971, he was found dead in a bathtub. No autopsy was performed, but people close to Jim said it was due to a heroin overdose. He died approximately 2 years after Hendrix and Joplin. Morrison was buried at a famous cemetery in Paris, and even today, his grave is one of the top tourist attractions in Paris. His fame is still that great. We're gonna watch and talk about Light My Fire at the Ed Sullivan Show. It is such an iconic performance and demonstrates Morrison's tremendous stage presence. I'm gonna go back to this, but
I just realized as you paused that there are so many doors in the background. Because of the name of the band, it's so funny
true.
that they did.
This song to me is like, I mean, the intro, first of all, it's just, you can immediately know this is the song because of the organ that they play and the motif that they play, and I love that. And then it comes back a lot during the song, so you'll hear it. So let's go back to the beginning. And also one more thing, there is so much like organ playing even when he starts singing, because it gives it's kind of like a counterpointing thing, because the organ is doing its own thing. Like, it has its own harmony progression and melody, and then the way he sings. And I know the lyrics are kind of like a symbolic meaning, it can mean anything, but it's kind of like paradoxical to hear like organ that is like a sacred instrument. You hear it in a lot of like settings that you would not expect, but then compared to the lyrics that they just accompany each other, it's like so cool, I guess, because it's just it's nothing that you would expect. Let's go when he starts singing. If I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher.
set the night on fire. And you hesitated through, no time to wallow in the mire. China, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on
Yeah, the organ actually, that is this continuous melody, and like, you know, in the amusement parks that there are some round things that you get on a horse or something, a plastic horse or an animal, and then they just go round, and then like this it goes like this, and they go round and round, and sometimes they even use it in like scary movies, genres like that, and then they add exactly this sound of the organ or something, and also it feels like you're in a nightmare, and then something happens over and over again, and just exactly you're in an amusement park or something, and you cannot come out or something. It feels, for me, it gives me like this kind of anxiety, and I don't know why, but it really is like I'm because it's I think it's, is it about the drugs?
I
The
don't,
song
I mean,
is
it
singing.
has some references to it, but I don't think it's necessarily just means
Yeah,
that, because it's like light my fire. It can also mean a lot of things. It can mean about the relationship or like a
yeah,
lot of desires.
yeah.
But then obviously he says we couldn't get much higher, which
Yeah,
again
but
can be a
he was
symbol. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I mean, he was consuming drugs, so he knows this feeling, and I think if a person, I've never consumed anything, but I think this, because I talked to so many people that they were like, yeah, this kind of, we had this kind of feelings and stuff, and they use this. So it's exactly like that when you consume something, that the time goes slower or something, and you're like, you're in a place that you can you just do, and you go and go, and it's like you cannot come out of it, and it's exactly like a nightmare, those kind of nightmares that you have, and you want to wake up, you kind of know you're sleeping, but you cannot do anything. Or for me, it's so much happens that in my dream I want to call somebody and get out of this situation, but I cannot put the numbers on my phone or something. It exactly feels like this kind of things that I don't know, it's a weird feeling. The organ
I know what you mean. It's like kind of like a trapped feeling in like a hypnotic world. Like if I can just describe it like that, it's kind of like that. And I think the instruments are gonna get crazy. That melody, it's just, first of all, very iconic, but also I can hear that in like a Bach toccata. Like I could actually hear it. That can, I mean, it's not that developed, like, because it's just a motif and then it repeats. I mean, I feel like if Bach would have like composed on that, would just start with that, and then it would like add a lot of like complex like or complicated layers, and then a lot of counterpoint. But the theme itself, the way the voices move and the rhythm, I think it just gives me that. But maybe it's also because it's on the organ, so maybe you just, your brain gets
I
like
think that's
yes, they make that association with that. Yeah.
And you hesitated through, no time to wallow in the mire. China, we can only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set set the night on fire. Know that it will be untrue. Know that I would be alive if I were beside you. Yeah, we couldn't get no trial. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Try to set the night on fire. Try to set the night on fire. Try to set the night on
Oh my god, I feel like
Wow, this melody, this melody that organ plays exactly at the end it came. I was like, oh no, not this again. You know, it repeats a lot in the song, and it gives exactly like this circle of ending motions.
Yeah.
And then exactly at the end when it came, I was like, oh no, okay, it's just like a dream that it never will end. It's such a, not necessarily bad, but anxiety or some, I don't know, it's a weird feeling that this melody gave me.
That's interesting. I mean, I know what you exactly mean, and some like motifs or like some songs give me that. This one, that like specific motif doesn't give me that. Actually, I love it. Because I don't know, maybe we watch too many movies. That's because I don't watch movies, so my brain doesn't.
Or I have so many nightmares every night. There are so less nights that I have nightmares, so maybe I'm sick of.
I don't know, but that's interesting that you feel that way, like feel a certain way. I don't know if they were going for that vibe or not, but at the end, because this is the exact show that they did what they were not supposed to do, and I don't know, this like last minute, like when they're done, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like a bunch of kids that they know they shouldn't have done something when they did it. I don't know, like if you think about it. And then I was reading the comments like in this video, and a lot of them were like, this video, like this show caused, like in our household, like it was like a big, like, I don't know, controversial thing, and after that we were not allowed to watch the Sullivan Show ever again because of because I guess, like, especially back then, it was a big taboo to talk about or like have any reference of drugs. And then like they even, because I watched like half of a movie about the Doors, I never finished it, but then they kind of like recreated that. They're asking them like, don't do that, and then they're just talking behind the doors with themselves that no, we cannot, we have to be really like loyal, and then they say okay, but then they go and do it anyway. And then Ed Sullivan is so like he's outraged, and then but a lot of people, it's like interesting to just, now that you know the story, to look back at it. I feel like it's actually really cool. I want to talk a little bit about like his ability of like, I guess, songwriting or like poetry, because not only in this song, like in a lot of his other songs you can really hear that. I don't know, it's kind of reminds me, I know some people might not like the style of Bob Dylan. It kind of reminds me of that vibe, because Bob Dylan is also like a very, like, I feel like it's a poet, not necessarily like songwriting. Yeah, it's like he puts them like to melodies and he sings them, but I feel like if you even just read the lyrics, they are kind of like poetry. So the way that he performs it, to me, is also kind of like that. It feels like he is really like determined to get the message through that is poetry. It's not just about like, oh, look how good I'm singing, or like I don't know, it's like more about like basically conveying the message, or like really like having those inflections. And it's kind of like poetry reading, if that makes sense. I don't know if I am making sense right now, but that has that feeling to me. And then this song is also no exception. I feel like he was Basically, his performance is more like, okay, I gotta give this speech, and it's kind of like a spoken word. Yep, so that was it for this episode. Tomorrow we're gonna look at another member of 27 Club, so make sure you check back with us. Please also don't forget to like this video and drop your comments below what you think of this performance or this band. What do you like about it? Or if you don't like it, let us know as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow with episode 5. Bye!
Bye!